Yes, Logan?
Chapter 5, Section 1. Well, by Kristen. Section 1. The French and Indian War. Conflict in the Ohio Valley came to a point where the Algonquins and the Hurons were on the French side, and the British had the Iroquois. This conflict was started because France was determined to stop the English from expanding westward. This conflict was called the French and Indian War. Washington wanted to set up an Albany Plan of Union, which meant he wanted to create one general government for the 13 colonies. In 1755, General Edward Braddock led the British colonial troops to an attack against Fort de France. He boasted that he would sweep the French from the Ohio Valley. William Pitt was a very good leader that sent his best generals to North America. In 1758, Major General Jeffrey Amherst captured Fort Louisbourg. The same year, Britain also captured Fort de France. In 1763, Britain and France signed the Treaty of Paris, bringing the long war to an end. Section 2. Turmoil over taxation. The Proclamation of 1763 drew an imaginary line along the crest of the Appalachian Mountains to protect the Indians' land. After the French and Indian War, Britain was in debt. The taxes that the colonists paid helped Britain recover from the war. The Boston Massacre had happened March 5, 1770, which was when the colonists were mad about the Quartering Act. The colonists began to throw things at the soldiers. The soldiers panicked and began to shoot guns and cannons at the crowd. Section 3. From Protest to Revolution. In 1770, the colonists were basically addicted to drinking tea. In 1773, Parliament passed the Tea Act so that they could help the British East India Company. The colonists protested the Tea Act in 1773. The colonists dressed as Indians and went to 3 ships loaded with tea and dumped all the tea out into the harbor. By then it was called the Boston Tea Party. Parliament wanted to punish the colonists, so they passed the Intolerable Acts. On April 19th, redcoats reached Lexington. When a shot rang out, the war had begun. Britain had lost 73 men, and 200 British soldiers were wounded or missing.